down. It's DJ Ash Noble here. Got some like stuck in me, like something stuck on my gum. Welcome back to another live. I want to say quick live, but I don't fully know how long it's going to be. I've got about an hour. Well, I've got about half an hour, and I've got to set off to go and get a train to go and see my granddad. But I thought I'd just hop on. I've been actually wanting to do this all week, and I've just not found the time to do it. So I'm just going to I don't come live on here much now. I've kind of like toned that down a bit, and I've changed the formula of the channel a bit, and we kind of put these vlogs up instead, and they kind of document what I'm doing. However, I still like to come live now and again, and I've not done one for a while, so I just wanted to hop on, share a few updates, and just kind of like just do a quick little check-in and say stuff that, you know, I'm not going to cram into a video, and you know, you can just watch it here, and I'm not going to, you know, edit it into a long ass video or put it into a vlog when the vlog's kind of, you know, usually about one thing. So I thought I'd hop on and give a couple of updates, just general things really that are happening. So first off, I do just want to say a massive thank you to everybody recently who has booked me for their event. We've had some absolutely amazing gigs just over the past couple of weeks, from Clubland in Hull to playing the Buck in Driffield to coming all the way to Scotland. We was in Doncaster last night, which was absolutely amazing, and we also did Chain Reaction not too long ago, and the next one is upon us as well. That's coming in November, and yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you. We've now come to a period where I've got a couple of weeks now where I haven't got any bookings, which you know, it's a good thing, but it can be a bad thing as well. So obviously, good thing I can have a little bit of a rest. So like next weekend, I'm not playing anywhere. That means I haven't got to travel anywhere. Although, like, if something was to come in, I would obviously take it because I love it too much that I wouldn't want to not take it. Big ups. But yeah, at the moment, as it stands, we have a few weeks of no bookings, just to take us out of the rest of September, and then in the beginning of October we do have a gig, and quite looking forward to it. It's something ever so slightly different to something that I don't do it all that often, but I'm quite looking forward to it, which was really good. So that is coming up. We've got a Chain Reaction coming up, and we've got some cool little bits coming up. So that is going to be a cool thing. But yeah, so I just wanted to say a thank you to the promoters who have just booked me recently or over the past month. It's been quite an emotional journey over the past couple of months, and we played some really enjoyable gigs. If you've watched the vlogs, you'll know that we've vlogged a good few little bits and pieces of stuff, and it's been really fun. And we've had such a good time. The vlogs kind of show how well things have been going over the past couple of weeks. Big ups, people. So I do recommend going on to my channel and watching the recent vlogs. We've done like 4 vlogs. Well, we've done around 4 to 5 vlogs now. Really good. Now, I do have a confession to make. Now, I did a booking where I was with a singer. I did some backing music for a singer. We played a really good, enjoyable gig. I did like what I always do, and I put a vlog together. I put the vlog onto Facebook, I put the vlog onto Instagram, I put it onto TikTok, and I forgot to put it onto YouTube. And then a couple of days ago, I had a little bit of a clear out of my camera on phone because, as you can imagine now, like I'm filming quite a lot of different clips, and then among them clips, I'm merging a big video together. It's taking up storage. So me being a stupid me, I thought like that vlog's finished now. I've uploaded it. I've deleted it. So I deleted it. And then I realised I hadn't put it onto YouTube. So I do apologise about that. If you do go onto my TikTok though, you will be able to watch it. And I will try and download it from TikTok or from Facebook and put it onto YouTube, and then you can watch it. It wasn't like the biggest vlog in the world, but it was a little fun gig, and it documents something a little bit different, which is really good. So that is really enjoyable to be able to do that. So let's talk a little bit about some of the gigs. Now, I've done some really exciting ones. The one with the singer in itself was quite exciting because I've never kind of worked where I've had to supply music as such for a backing singer, apart from like the youth music stuff that I do. So it was a little bit cool. It was a little bit fun to do, and it was just a little bit different, and I enjoyed it. And yeah, we went to a place, Inglemells, just outside of Skegness, and she sang live on stage. I supplied backing music, and then did a couple of little DJ sets in between when she was having a break, and when she was coming off stage and sort of getting changed and stuff, and just supplied a few little bits to keep the entertainment going. And it's really good. It was really enjoyable. Clubland in Hull, that was absolutely amazing. Myself and the Layman played a really, really good set there. Really, really enjoyed that as well. It was a really, really enjoyable vibe, and I can't believe that was like, you know, that was already like nearly 2 months ago. That is crazy. The book in Driffield. The book in Driffield was an absolutely amazing vibe as well. It was just really good. I had loads of family that came out to that one because it was local to the town where I grew up. So I've got like lots of cousins, I've got some aunties and stuff that live within that town, and they all came in full force to support. And also some people I went to school with, some people I knew from school, they also came and supported the night as well, which was really good. And some of them, it's not really their type of music, and they came along and they enjoyed it, and you know, they supported me. And there was a couple of other people knew from school that did like the music a bit more. They enjoyed it, but it was really good. And I can't thank the family enough for coming out and supporting me on that one. The Experience in Hull played another really good set there. That was really, really enjoyable, and that was so wicked to do. Scotland, you know, Scotland is always a favourite of mine, and when I went back again this time, it was no different. The vibe in that club is just absolutely the most like wickedest, weirdest vibe. So you go to that club, right, and honestly, I just don't understand it myself, right? Go to this club, right? There's not a soul in, right? And this is what blows me away, not a soul in. Club is like really, really quiet. So there's like us, there's the other DJs, there's about 2 other people that have like ventured into the club, and then a couple of other people have kind of like come in, had a little bit of a nosy around, and you know what's going on in here tonight, and then you know again they're a little bit I'm not staying here, and then you know they decide to leave. You go outside, there's nobody outside. It looks pretty much just like a ghost town. You look up to the top of the street to like the main town of Oik, and the place just looks like an absolute ghost town. And then all of a sudden it gets to like 12:30, 1:15. All of a sudden these people filter in, and these people start, you know, filtering in, and people start doing, you know, coming into the club. The next minute you've got the place like, you know, absolutely rammed, and there was around 300 people in on that Saturday night. It just got busier and busier. They were all at the bar area. They were all on the dance floor. The whole club had just kind of like filled up and rammed. Just all of a sudden, and it's one of those like where it really just comes alive in the early hours. But you play a DJ set there at 9 o'clock at night, you're playing to nobody, which is a little bit of a shame that it works like that, and people don't really come in that early. But I suppose there isn't really much going on. And I think people need to shout more from the rooftop that something's happening there. Because I just think, promotion is key to things. Now, however, I went and did what I needed to do, and I had an absolutely amazing time. I played at 1:20, so by that point it was nice and busy, it was nice and full. I had no issues, I played an absolutely amazing vibe. Now, you get the usual, people slate the event, people are like, oh, they've only got people at the event because people, go to that, they go there in the early hours anyway, they've only got people off the street, blah, blah, blah. Listen, look, that may be true, that may be not true. I went there to do a job. I don't care if it's ravers who have bought a ticket. I don't care if it's townies who have come off the street. The only thing I'm bothered about, and the whole reason and the whole thing for me is that I do what I do at the point when I'm on, and I give them a damn good time. People try to spread the negativity. People try to involve me in drama that doesn't involve me. I went up there to play a set. I enjoy going to the town. I enjoy the people in the town. I enjoy the food. I enjoy the company, and I enjoy the crowd that I play for. I went there to give them a party, whether there was ravers, whether there was people that bought a ticket or not, or people that had specifically come because they knew the event was on, or whether it was just people that were on a night out and they ventured into the club after the other places had closed. I was on that stage. I did what I needed to do in that moment. I went there as DJ Ash Noble, nobody else. I wasn't representing or supporting anybody else. I vlogged it. I went there and I did my own thing, and I entertained that crowd. And I absolutely loved it, and I couldn't have been more grateful for the amazing weekend that I had. And but you always get it. There's always people that they want to slay or run events down, or people that get jealous. And I know there's various other bits and bobs that have gone on, and I'm not going to go into it. I'm not going to get into it because it doesn't involve me. I'm not asked about the drama that goes on. I'm not in the scene for the drama. I'm there to do what I do, and I went there to play that set, and it was really good. So I went on at 1:20. Like I say, it was nice and busy at that point, and I just rocked it, played loads of sing-alongs. I knew like the type of crowd it was, and it was townies, it was people that had come in after they'd been to like other pubs, and they'd been round other places, and they come here because it probably stays open the latest. There's a dance floor, they can dance. So in that moment, I'm not a rave DJ. I'm a DJ that's trying to get them to have a good time by playing commercial rave music, essentially. So I knew there were certain songs that they would know, that are like big rave anthems. So the likes of Discoland, Pretty Green Eyes, I knew they'd know it. So that was kind of like something that for me, I knew that was something I had to play. And then I also knew that if I played, for example, like I'm just trying to think, like if I don't know, if I played something that wasn't necessarily as big of a rave tune as something a little bit more underground. For example, there's an old Bounce track called Be There, and it's like You've Got to Be There. Like I knew the townies probably wouldn't really necessarily know that. So I went as commercial as possible. Cascada Every Time We Touch. Played a remix of Black Eyed Peas, I've Got a Feeling. Played the likes of a remix of like the Kings of Leon used somebody. So I played all of them like really well-known commercial stuff because I knew they were townies. I knew that they were going to sing them. And if I just went straight in with really hard, fast banging, rave, pokey, scouse, Spanish donk, like it wasn't going to work. You don't go there and play play your hardest set known to man and double drop on all the drops and give them a proper rush pit. And even when it came to the mixing, there was like some tracks where like the mixing was not the best I've done, but it was just a case of like, look, they're gonna sing this track, I need to get it in. They don't need to listen to 5 minutes of this other track. So let's just like quickly get it in. Let's filter the other one out and bring the next one in. At a point where it sounds good enough, but at the same time, like it just gets it done quickly and it's on to the next track and it keeps the momentum going. It keeps it fresh. It's not just 6 minutes of the same thing. And it worked really, really well. They absolutely loved it. And then I stayed on the mic as well and did some other little bits of hosting because it needed it. It really needed it. And they need like more hosts. They need like another host or somebody because obviously I can't just do it all night. It needs like somebody else to do it. I don't mind doing it when it's my set, but there should be like other hosts or MCs to go on. Although again, I would really argue and say like it's not really the night for MCs. You just need somebody who, will just shout a couple of oggies, a couple of, here we fucking goes, and just a couple of a good track comes in and it's like, all right, if you know the words, sing it. And, just getting people, when the drop comes in, I want everybody to go absolutely mental, right, we want everybody to sing this. That's kind of all it needs, not look, I'm going to spit my best 16 on the drop. You can go in and do a couple of little bars, and a few people are quite intrigued by that, and they're like, wow, he's spitting bars, because, of course, they'll probably listen to a lot of kind of maybe like Chava MCs, and they'll probably listen to a lot of like rap and stuff like that, and sort of the newer hip hop, and they'll have it on their AirPods or whatever. So when they see like, oh, so look at this guy, he's actually going in, he's spitting bars. It's a little bit exciting for them, but then they don't just want like the full night of somebody just spitting over every single drop. So that was kind of the vibe. Really good. So big thank you to that. And then last night we was in Doncaster, and again I had a really, really enjoyable vibe. I played a hardcore set, but it was like a UK kind of classic sort of hardcore set. Lots of vocally sing-alongs, and again I kind of treat the set like it was like I was doing kind of what I did last week, but it was just hardcore instead of like the Clubland and bounce, if you like. And again, I was like quick mixing some tracks in. I was just getting feel-good tracks that I knew the crowd would sing along to. I was just creating a little bit of a vibe from kind of what had gone on before, because again, it was a rave event, but we was in the Doncaster town centre, so I knew that there is probably going to be townies that would come into the club, and they're not into their Spanish pokey donk at 160. So I played a 175 hardcore set, which it's pretty banging and fast, but again I just took it really on the really commercial side of things. A couple of tracks, they did come in, they had a bit of a heavy drop, but again, it was a really well-known track. It was 9 p.m. till I come. People knew it, people loved it, which was a really, really good thing. And everything I played, I tried to just make sure it was like well known. So I played a lot of like hardcore Clubland, went into some absolutely amazing stuff. Even played a remix of Pac-Man, which is good. I always like to drop that one. And I just had an absolutely amazing time up there. So what's next? What is coming up next? What is happening next for myself? and what kind of updates have we got. We released Feeling Your Heartbeat. That is on all streaming platforms. It's a very commercial dancey track, but it's got a really, really good vibe to it. And that has been doing really well. And I'm really grateful of people that have supported that track. So big ups to you if you have supported that track. Of course, we are now working behind the scenes on the next track. We've got loads of tracks in the pipeline. We've got loads of ideas. However, we got an opportunity, and we took the opportunity, and the opportunity has leaped forward. And we're putting the opportunity before some of the other projects that we're working on. So we have another track which is called Playing It Out. I can't say too much more than that. And it is really pretty much ready. However, we got this opportunity. There's another track called Weekend as well, which I can't say too much about. And they were kind of like the next planned tracks. And now this opportunity has come to light. We're taking this opportunity on board. And it's going to be really, really wicked. And there is going to be some new music coming out very soon. Music video, everything. And we're actually having a studio day on Thursday to work more on the project. And then hopefully after Thursday, we will have a little bit more of a clear idea as to when you will be able to listen to this song, when you'll be able to, when this new kind of like, this new opportunity will come to light. And I'm looking forward to being able to bring that to you. So that's going on behind the scenes, working on a lot of music. Outside of the stuff that I'm doing with the Layman, I'm also working on a hardcore album. I say album. Basically, what I'm doing is I'm working on a mix, a big mix, and it's going to be a hardcore mix that is going to take you back to the days of the noughties. So when we had like the likes of Squaddy, Dougal and Gamma, and I'm making loads of tracks for the mix. It's just going to be full of my own stuff. Some of them are going to be bootlegs, some of them are going to be originals, and it's just literally for the purpose of the mix. It's just a mix that is going to take you back to the days of the old, the days of the old hardcore, from the noughties era, but it's kind of bringing like some fresh new kind of like versions of tracks. So like some new remixes, some new originals. There's currently at the moment I think currently there's 2 original tracks that will feature in the mix. One is called one is kind of an original, but the vocal is the vocal is a re-sung vocal of something really, really old, but it's only a little section of it, and it's a really old house track from the early 90s. And it just samples it's just a guy that re-sings a few words, and that's pretty much all it is. And then there is another track, which is a full original track called Don't Blame Me. And it's basically a track about somebody who is like, gets blamed for something they haven't done. And she's just like, don't blame me, otherwise I will be gone. I'm not in the wrong. I'm not asking for forgiveness because I've done nothing wrong. You won't hear me say sorry. And it's been put into a track, which is going to be really good. And we're Feeling Your Heartbeat. There's going to be a hardcore mix of that as well that I'm hoping I will put into the track as well, into the whole mix, which will be really good. And then, like I said, there's some bootlegs as well. I want to make a couple more original tracks as well. as I think, there's some really good stuff to do. And I think it should be really good. And it's all kind of elemented around the old kind of Squad E sound. That's the vibe that I wanted to go for with the mix, was to kind of have the old hardcore sound, but in kind of like some new tracks, if that makes sense. And yeah, really good. There is another track I'm working on as well, which is a remix, and it is a little bit heavier and it is a little bit newer than the older hardcore, but it still sounds really good, and it would work in the set as well. And it's called Generate Power, and it samples a really old melody from a trance track, which is really, really good. And I can't wait to get that one coming to light a little bit more as well. So that's what's coming sort of on the track front, and I'm still dabbling with some bounce bits as well. I had a track come out on DNZ not too long ago, a little collab with a person called Mikey B. So there was a track that came out by Jessie J, and it was his partner's. It was like she really loved the song, and she asked if there was like if I would make a version of that song for her. So there was like a bounce rave version, and at that point nobody had done a version of it. So I said, look, I'll make you one. The track ended up sounding a little bit better than I thought it was going to sound. So we got it done, and we just decided to send it to DNZ. Now, I don't do a lot of bootlegging nowadays, or if I do, it's mainly just for sets. I don't send a lot of stuff off to the likes of Excite and stuff anymore. Just personally, because I didn't want to just do that all the time, and I wanted to work on like like a lot of my like the original tracks I've been working on. That was obviously something that I wanted to do. So obviously I went to do that. And I'm enjoying doing that. So I am still going to do some bootlegs because I do enjoy it, but I'm just not doing them all the time, and I'm not going to have releases out all the time, and I'm not even going to release every bootleg I do. I'll keep some stuff, under the quietness, and just use them in sets. So that's coming. So gig wise, we've got a couple of gigs coming up. One of them is on the 10th of October. It's a little bit different. So there's a little venue in Hull called the Union Mashup, and one of my he's like a friend stroke an old work colleague. Like, we don't see each other as much now. Anyway, he does some bits in a band outside of work, and I think it's called Love to Dance. And anyway, he does this like band, and they're like an upbeat band. He plays the saxophone. They do a lot of really nice drumming, some really nice sort of groovy vibes. They put these nights on every so often. It's just a free entry event. The band play. They pack out the Union Mashup. And then basically they have a DJ that comes on afterwards and just plays for a couple of hours afterwards, maybe from like 10 till 12 or something. And then literally, just loads of like feel good sort of like dance tunes and house tunes. And so myself and the Layman, we're going to bring a little vibe afterwards, once they've done their thing as the band. Which is going to be really, really enjoyable. So I'm looking forward to that. That is going to be really fun. That's coming up in about 3 weeks. It's coming up in about 3 weeks. It's just under 4 weeks, I think. What date are we now? We're like the 14th now, aren't we? So it was like so it's around it's around nearly 3 weeks away, just into the beginning of October, which is really good. And then also we've got another Chain Reaction coming up on the 14th of November at the Network in Sheffield, and it's MC Synergy's birthday, and they're throwing his birthday bash, which is going to be really good, and I'm on a set there as well, which I'm looking forward to. And I'm really, really buzzed about it. We've got Hull Fair coming up as well. I normally do bits at Hull Fair too, and that'll be anywhere from, I think that starts on the 10th, does Hull Fair, and that goes right through for the full week, and that'll be a really, really good, enjoyable vibe as well. But yeah, with that being said, there is a few bits happening on the gig side of things. There is some other bits and bobs in the pipeline that are kind of a little bit like they're not 100% yet. Little bits and bobs, potential bookings, people that are inquiring, people interested, potential dates, but things that are not kind of like set in stone yet. So I have gone a little bit quiet with bookings now, or I'm gonna go into a little quiet area. One thing I do want to say as well is about a website. So I'm thinking about launching a website and I'm thinking about doing a few cool things on the website. So on the website, you'll be able to book me. That is one thing you'll be able to do. You'll be able to see videos, so like the vlogs and things, videos from gigs. That'll be like a big thing. You will be able to listen and view all my release tracks. And then there will be like links that you can click and it will take you to the streaming platforms where you will be able to buy the track, essentially. And then also you will, I'm thinking about doing some things where you can buy some stuff off the website as well. So maybe some merchandise. And I want to do some, maybe I want to make a sample pack. I want to release a sample pack that is going to be dedicated to some sounds that I like to use when I'm producing, and just to try and my aim of it is to try and give people something a little bit different within a sample pack that you're not going to hear on some other sample packs. Like, I want to do a bounce sample pack, but I want to try and somewhat make it a little bit different to what you're, if you were to go in it, you're going to find some different sounds that you wouldn't find on, one of your other bounce sample packs. So try and find some different donk sounds, and just bring, hopefully, some different vibes and stuff like that, and make some sounds myself as well, which will be really good. And I want to maybe do like a hardcore one as well. And quite a few people have asked me, like, because when I make some of my hardcore stuff, I've got like the sounds that kind of like Squad E used within the bass, and a lot of people ask me, like, how have I got that sound? And it's actually just a sample. It's out of a sample pack. And that's literally all it is. I've not made it. There is videos on how you can kind of recreate it. But I have just like literally, it's out of a sample pack. I like to use it. It's a good sound. Maybe I'll try and like add sort of like that sound into my sample pack if I was to do one, maybe, who knows. But anyway, that's the point. Website potentially coming. That is going to do it, because I do have to get myself ready to go and jump for a train. So make sure to like, make sure to comment, share, and we'll see you soon.